Good morning, little children. Okay, as promised, this is the second part of the writing, and this is to come in for Thursday. So you're using your mind map that you created last week to actually write the description of your character. So the learning intention is to write an expression, to write an expressive and detailed description of a character through his/her appearance, movements, thoughts and actions. Okay, so the character description, here's your success criteria. I can select an appropriate name to reflect my character's personality, which most of you have done, and I love the names. Describe my character's physical appearance, clothing, build, facial features. Build means what size they are. Include my character's actions and speech. And if you're going to use speech, remember to use speech marks. Use interesting, ambitious vocabulary to enhance my writing. Now, Primary 6, that is something that you are very, very good at. I'm always impressed with your interesting and ambitious vocabulary. So that is something that I'm really looking forward to. Use techniques such as different senses, similes. So a simile is as good as gold. Metaphors. Metaphor is when you say somebody is gold. Well, obviously they're not literally gold. They're only metaphorically gold. And personification. Personification is probably something that you're not going to use that much of because you're writing about a person. Because personification is describing things that are not people like they are people. So it says, remember to be implicit rather than explicit. So what that means is, instead of saying, my character was angry all the time, give examples of their behaviour being angry, if that makes sense. So every time it rained, she would rage across the room, opening and closing an umbrella, something strange like that. Or when the children came into school, if they didn't have their laces tied, she would blow up like I want to say a balloon. I suppose that is what it is. So using rather than saying she was angry all the time, examples of a display of anger. Or if he or she is happy all the time, examples of sort of a bad situation and still happy. Okay. So time to write. Use the mind map to help write a description of a teacher. Make sure your name suits your character's personality. Describe how she looks. How do they move around, behave, talk, even eat? And what kind of house do they live in? What kind of car do they drive? You can include things like that. Okay, so partway through you can take a pause. Read over your work. Have you been using your planning? Have you met your technical targets? Does your writing make sense? Is your writing meeting the success criteria? Do you need to look back at the model text? So that is what we read from Matilda last week about Miss Trunchbull. Now, normally at this point, I would say to you, who wants to read out? So if you want to read yours, the first paragraph or so to me, I'm happy to listen. Also, if you want to read it to somebody in your family, you can do that. Reading it out loud is very helpful because I'm sure a lot of you remember you've read it out loud and then you've noticed a mistake that you hadn't noticed before, and it gives you an opportunity to go back and fix that. Okay? But if you want to film yourself reading it for me, I will be very happy, but there's no pressure. You don't need to do that. Finally, ask someone in your family to read your character description. So that's after it is finished. What does he or she think? Can they visualise your character from your description? Okay, now you've only got today, tomorrow, and Thursday to get this done, but you might want to leave it until tomorrow because there's more work. Well, you decide how you want to prioritise your work. I don't mind. I really don't. And you can hand this in to me today, tomorrow, or Thursday. I don't mind. Okay? Let me know if you've got any questions or problems.